Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it.
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Third down now following the run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Try and start this drive in the air. Being chased out left. And right away, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there. No
doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Dolphins bring out an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this.
And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Let's go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They're going to look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 8 yards on the screen there. Not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's thrown for a touchdown. He also ran for a touchdown, so they have to count for a guy that can do a little bit of both.
And because of that, that puts the defense back on its heels. Because normally you just think, okay, he's going to throw the ball. Let's tee off, put a little extra pressure on him. But when he's able to either escape or run with the ball and design plays, that really changes what you try and do on defense.
Yeah, you certainly can't forget about the arm, that's for sure. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough,
and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Give him 9 there on the first down. Completion. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll set up to throw. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Give him 11 on the gain there, and that's good for a Miami first down.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Red zone opportunity.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Can't find anyone open. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Now Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Give him 25 yards on the play there. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long.
That was 4th and a mile. Almost 4th, and why are you doing this? I mean, they got it done, though. Went up and got it. What a big-time pickup.
I was just going to say that. It's a receiver. You got to have that go-get-it attitude. He had it there. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Looking right sideline, that's complete. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught at the 2. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. They'll look to throw here. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the...
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Holding. Offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away,
and he can't escape, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their dangerous wide receiver, 85 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there. Let's go. Boom, landed.
And they'll go on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to make it fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a 1st and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost...
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort, at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're at all these games. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he
rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll drop to throw. Finding time. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Back to throw now on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Wide open receiver complete. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. To throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. throwing here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.